morning, good morning.
Morning. Morning.
We got the paid in full editions out here. You got the chrome BBSs on here, all chrome. You got both his Saabs out here. They both 91s. Check them out. Let's check out this one first. They're both clean. The Super Arrows. He just put the SPG kit on here. Sweet. I think he just did the exhaust as well. We're gonna talk to him in a bit.
Didn't matter. The way that thing rode, especially highway. Oh my God.
How was it? Look, Liz? Good try.
I wish you knew that, bro. You could have done that. Oh, well, you didn't really want it, but we saw like some people were flying, some people were facing it. I wish I still had mine. We were just like,
Alright, I'm trailing in the car with JT.
Yeah.
Look, we in his what?
It's a 2007 Saab 9.3 2.8. It's tuned by Gabriel Acosta at Pedro Performance, and we got what 19T 1000cc injector, stage 3 clutch, pretty much just all the bolt-ons that you can put on. That's it, really.
Look, we're gonna check out this car a little bit later, but we're about to do this little parade lap, so check it out. Sounds good.
Oh, thanks.
Snap, crackle.
Yeah.
right, y'all. We made it out here. We made it out here. Nice and safe and sound. I rolled past the exit, y'all. Rolled past the exit. I was driving like, man, I'm close to Richmond. 36 miles to Richmond. So then I said, let me check my Waze. Waze said 18 minutes away. I'm like, I'm still 18 minutes away? Man, I overshot the exit. Overshot the exit. Had to turn around, got in it, and now we're here. So let's check out more Saabs, y'all. It's a nice 900 right here. Oh, it's a 9.3. Nice 9.3. There's another 9.3 more, the modern ones. I like this 9.3 too. I like this this body style. Is this a 900? No, this is a 9.3 as well. The seats. Oh no, this is a 900. Man, they look damn near just alike. They switched it. Hold on, man. Yeah, I thought that was a 900. It says 9.3 on there. I don't know. Oh, this one right here is nice. Got it lowered. Yeah, that's nice. In the lineup. Now these are, I believe, 9.5s. I think these two are 9.5s. Let's take a look. Did I get it right? Got it right. 9.5s. It's the big boys. I like these as well. Tag says sweet 09, so I'm guessing this is a 2009? Possibly sweet 09. 9.5. Man, this thing is clean. Clean. Nice. This one's nice as well. Got a lot of nice Saabs out here. I gotta go to Carlisle this year for sure. Growing on me. These 9,000s are growing on me, yo. They are growing on me. I believe that he rolled up in. Ooh, now look at this. Dang, I like the paint on this. Very nice, clean paint. Roof rack. Oh, the 900. Yo, look at this 900. Dang. Bro, this gotta be like a 70s. Late 70s. I don't know, maybe early 80s. And this thing is a gem right here. Yep. I don't know what it is, but it's a gem. Let's take a look inside.
in there taking pictures.
Wow.
You want to go for a ride?
Saab 95, 1966. All black.
Are you going?
Like the wood grain in the around the trim. Nice touch. This is a 900 or 9.3. Yep, 9.3. Yeah, I can't tell the difference between these 9.3s and 900s. The new generation ones. All right, let's see what we got here. I see these guys rolling in.
Dude, Pennsylvania has the dumbest fucking drivers in the goddamn. So like, New York is stupid. They're aggressive.
Ground effects.
Jersey's aggressive. Everybody.
Little carbon touch to it. Nice.
I like it a lot.
Nice.
How you doing, bud?
What's up, boss? This yours?
This one is.
Nice, nice.
I like the wheels.
Actually, seemed to be her and box the other one I like car. Or it just wasn't.
Lower. This thing slammed.
Well, thank you. Then they drive.
Man.
Absolute fucking garbage. I can't
This
stand it.
thing's quick.
And like I said, I've lived all over the country. Oh, I know. Pennsylvania drivers are the worst in existence.
It's the V6 with the big turbo upgrade on it, big intercooler.
With this one
Yeah,
is?
it got big tune on it. It runs good.
Yeah, it looks like it's fast. Nice and lowered.
Yeah, that's one of the speakers that was up there, Brian or Jim.
Okay.
Hutchinson.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a nice car.
Cool. So, tell me about your car, man. You mind me filming it?
No.
Okay, cool.
It started out, dude. I bought it as a budget build, just something to play with.
Right.
And fell in love with it. To be honest with you.
How long you had it?
I guess about 2 years now.
Okay.
And then just recently, I really started getting into it with the Saabs and stuff, and trying to, make it mine. Got a cold air intake on it, full exhaust, downpipe. I got an intercooler that's getting ready to go on it, and then I'm going to upgrade the turbo to a T20. I love the fact that you can take something that people underestimate, and they'll pull up next to you in a $50,000 car.
Sleeper.
And you can run them down.
Sleeper.
Yeah, so I did, little accents on it and stuff on the body. Like
Right. Yeah, I see the ground effect.
And then I'm getting it ready for paint. It's going to be gunmetal gray.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, that's gonna look clean.
yeah. So I still got a little bit of body work. I had a few dents on it when I got it, so I'm trying to get those fixed.
Cool. Everything's a work in progress, brother.
Yeah.
Everything. It's always a work in
What do you
progress.
drive?
I got the 9.4 convertible down there, the green one.
9.4? I hear people talk about it. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yep, 9.4. The last year they made the 900s.
Okay.
The classic 900s.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with the silver BBSs on it.
Oh, I saw it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's good looking, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it. Thank you. What's your name?
John,
John. I'm Ralph.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
from
also.
Virginia?
Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah.
We're from Delaware.
Okay, cool.
I'm actually
Cool.
from Hartford County, but I moved into Delaware.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm native
Yeah, Delaware pretty cool as well.
Yeah. I mean, I did all the work myself, man, and I tell you what, it with the downpipe and all that, it actually woke it up, but I got no money into it for a pretty quick car.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So everything pretty much you done yourself?
Yeah.
That's dope. You been working on cars for a long time?
Long time, yeah. Now I'm not no pro when it comes to body and paint and stuff,
Right,
but
right.
the mechanical end of it, to get it done.
Easy to work on?
Not that they're hard to work on, but they take a lot of specialty tools. Like I just did the chain and balance shaft chain.
Okay.
And you got to have the cam locks and the water pump tool to be be able to hold the chain in place if you're going to go without it. So you got to buy a bunch of little things to do it, but they're not hard. You just got to take your time.
Right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Learning curve on everything. Once
Right.
you go once, you know.
Right.
But I tell you, it's probably one of the funnest cars I've had. I mean, I got Corvette in my garage at home, and I'd rather drive this most of the time than my Corvette.
Okay.
Like
Get it out, have
they're
fun with it.
agile. They, you know, you get in and out of places.
Yeah.
They're just a lot of fun.
What Corvette you have?
I got a C5.
Okay, nice.
It's got a Novi blower on it and 200 shot of nitros, and I have more fun in this.
What? You ever bring it out to the track?
Not up here yet, no.
Okay. 900 squad is out here.
Thanks, man. You guys enjoy this weather?
All right, man. Take care.
Have a nice day.
All right, yo, we got JR with his two 91s. Now he just put what kind of exhaust was
Simon's exhaust.
Simon's exhaust? 91. Nice little growl. That's a nice growl.
That's like a nice deep.
Yeah, that sound good. That sound good.
And it's not super loud that where it's like obnoxious, but it's nice.
Were they already matched? Or did you have to get them painted?
The panels or the wheels?
The wheels.
Oh no, I got them completely refinished.
Okay.
They were just original when I got them. Had a bunch of scuff marks. Got the lips machine and powder coated the center.
Okay. All right, take care, bro. We're here with JT, Saab ambassador up in Pennsylvania. Look, he got this crazy wild car. I got the ride in it. This thing is sick. This thing is fast. It sounds good. Look, he got a lot going on. He's gonna give us a quick run through about it. So take the reins, JT. What we looking at here?
All right, so we'll start off with the interior. All right, so with the interior, it's a little messy right now, guys. I'm sorry about it. But we got 2 bucket seats in there. I had a guy named Brian to get the seat railings for me. So if you want that, reach out to my Instagram and I can give you his contact. But we got the 2 bucket seats in there. A little while, my steering wheel, my stick shift is about 30 centimeters or 12 inches or something like that. So I'm compensating for something there, I guess you would say. But we also got 1 of 3, actual 3 steering wheel adapters that are made for the actual NG93. So the people that have been running these before are running an old school generation one that actually is not made for the car. These were actually made by NRG. Corey, Camo Saab guy, he's the one that had these made up. So I'm the second person in the United States besides him and the person that took his production. Otherwise, for the seat, for the interior, if you look up inside, there is graffiti in the headrest and stuff because we had the headrest done. There's the bar for the seat belts because we got seat belts in here. The harnesses keep us safe. For my seat, my back seat, I wanted to save a little bit of weight. So I removed my back seats, well, my back breast bag there because I got 2 12s in the back and it's already heavy. So to save a little bit of weight, so there's no back seat in the back. And that's pretty, and 2 12s, so that's pretty much about the interior. Now for the outside, I had a local guy in Pittsburgh to paint the car for me. So the car was painted all white first. So, where is it? So it's painted white first. And then the graffiti artist, he came by. Sorry guys, it's a little loud out here, we're at the track. graffiti guy came by and painted it. It took him like 8 hours to do this in my driveway. And what I told him was, I was like, hey, make it look like a subway cart from the 80s and the 70s. And I came out and this is what it looked like. I've had some troubles with it. Like everybody that has a Saab, we all have our Saab stories. So the reason why the bumper is painted a different color is that me and my tuner, we were tuning the car. We were about to put it on E85 and the car rolled down the hill in my driveway. So we had to replace the bumper. And on top of that, replacing the bumper, all the stuff that you see in yellow now had to be replaced as well. So I had to buy all DO88 stuff again for this car. A little bit about the engine. I'm running injector dynamics or dynamic injector, one or the other injectors. They're 1050cc injectors. I'm running a 19T turbo, and I got my turbo off of a GM, Cadillac, and then I'm running a 3-inch downpipe from Corona, the mid pipe, full exhaust. The tuner that tuned my car was Gabriel Acosta. We had a pop and bang tune, launch control. What else? I do have an E85 tune, and I have a regular pump gas tune. And I run my pump gas tune. And that's about it. That's really about it. I'm sitting on 18-inch rims. I have a spacer on it because I like the wider look instead of the tucked in look. It's lowered. A big brake kit. And I know I'm missing some stuff here, but that's pretty much it for it. My future goals are, I'm in the making for getting a big turbo kit made for it. Bog & Warner is the turbo setup that I'm going with. It's got an internal wastegate in it, so it's going to keep a factory look to it. But I need to do a few things. I need to put my clutch in, which I got a twin disc clutch for it, but I just haven't put it in. And I need to remove my battery and put it in the trunk to make space. Other than that, that's everything that's going on with it. And if you're looking for me, you can catch me on Instagram at that Saab guy. The G is a 9, JT, and I hope to hear from you. All right.
Like Alan, I'm a classic 900 person. The hatchbacks have a special place in my heart. And I was thinking as I was driving over from Charlottesville earlier, beautiful morning to drive, wasn't it? That my high school sweetheart drove a 1986 900S. So gee, I wonder why I like 900s, Alan. I don't think I'd ever shared that story, but if you dig into the psyche of this, there seems to be a fairly common root. So anyway, David, the floor is yours. Big thanks to you guys for making the trip in. Whether you're 900 people or vintage Saabs or this new gen business or that fancy 9.5 that Alan and others are driving, it's an amazing brand. And the thing I love about Saabs is that we're a hard crowd to pin down, right? It's a brand and a set of cars that appeal to lots of different kinds of typically very intelligent, well-traveled and well-read people. And so I'm always tickled to be in the company of you all. So
yes, thank you guys for coming out.
That's right.
He's a Saab Club North America committee member in Pittsburgh, and he's going to discuss his new role with that, the experience in modding and tuning Saabs. Right?
Yes.
Make sure I get it right. Next person we got Steve Winfrey.
I'm an old Saab technician from originally from Hawthorne Motor Company. We got bought out back in the very early 2000s. We moved to more Cadillac, and then 2 years ago we got bought out by a new owner, and he ended the Saab franchise. So I'm pretty much retired right now. So the great car line. Hate to see the Richmond area dealership go, because they did have a lot of support that they did. But yeah, that's about it.
And You're Jim Hutchins?
Yeah, Jim Hutchins. I've been driving Saabs for 33 years, working on about 30. Worked at a Saab dealer from 2005 in Syracuse, New York, became a master tech. And I've been in Delaware since '06. We opened our own garage. 4 years ago, it's me and one mechanic, Justin Godin, who is here. And we work on everything, but seems to be about 60–70% Saabs, which is good.
Yeah. All right, well, at this time we're going to open it up to questions from the audience. You have years of experience. JT, I'm going to let you start.
All right. So I'm JT. Some of you guys know me. Some of you guys have met me. I wouldn't say like I'm part of the committee for the Saab of North America. I'm more of an ambassador. All right. My role is to get out and get our name out there, basically. So I don't just do Saab events. I go to a bunch of car events. And to say that Saab needs to be out there, they really need to be out there, because when I go to these car events, there's hundreds of cars and there's usually one Saab and I'm the only Saab there. Which is, hey, it benefits me because out of all those shows I've went to, I probably won like 20, but the ones that matter to me, I've won like 8 top 10 or better awards. So get these cars out there, let these people see them. Don't be afraid, don't let them be a driveway princess or anything like that. We need these cars out there, because the more these cars are out there, the more that you got bigger companies that want to invest into these cars. So just for instance, take my car. I had a company reach out to me because they want me to put their seats in my car because they see me out there. So with that being said, that means that you got companies that are willing to put R&D into the cars now. So that means that opens up a whole new avenue for us here. So take my steering wheel that I have right now. NRG reached out to one of the guys in the Saab world because he was torn his. So my steering wheel adapter that I have, it's one of 3 in the United States right now. Because somebody went out there and talked to a company and they put us out there. And then I'm not an expert like these guys when it comes to the mechanics and stuff, but I do put my hand on the car. I like to put it on there. I'm a business analyst. I work behind the computer all day long. But since I live in an area where there's no mechanics out there, you have to learn how to work on these cars. And from the tuning aspect, I've learned that if you're not afraid to break anything in your car, you're not willing to go far in your car. So always be willing to break something, all right? Because it's part of the process. And I've learned that, and I've loved it. And it brings joy to me just to be able to get out here and work on these cars, all right? And basically, all I like to say is just get your car out there. Get them out there in these cars, show them all. And if somebody comes up to you and say, hey, I used to have a Saab, just tell them, hey, get another one. You know, they're out here for us, you know. And I guess that's just a story right there.
Because Mark Welker reached out to me, he's the National Club's vice president. He normally comes out and helps distribute, you know, information about the National Club, but he sent me some things. We've got the convention coming up in July. We have these little cards back there at the main table. If you're a Saab spotter and you want to be an ambassador for the National Club, we also have these, hello, sweet Saab, you know, stick it under the windshield wiper. You can do that. And then I'm going to pass out some Saab Club National stickers. So just grab one, pass it along.
Person who's been around for 10, 20, 30 years, 9 out of 10 times they just about probably tell you what it is. And I'll say it again with sports sedans, I like them, but you pretty much need to check too. When people ask questions about sports sedans, like for example, if you put your key in and it won't turn, it could be the ignition switch, the SIM, the steering column lock. And just, it's like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's like a big waste of time guessing at that kind of stuff when you take a little bit of time and just call someone or ask somebody that knows. So people don't waste money and stuff like that.
And there's with the sports sedan, and a lot of shops can't work on those cars anyway because they have to be uplinked with Saab, or you're not going to be able to do SPS programming or add and remove feature with security access. So you're going to have to find someone that knows how to work on it if you own those cars. You know, old body 9.5s, you're not necessarily locked into the internet with it.
All the way back here.
It's just with a sports sedan, you're locked into having to be uplinked with Saab corporate to where you have to download security access to be able to access the programming features with Tech2. Even though you have your own factory scan tool with all the programming on it, with a sports sedan, you have to be able to access the Saab site, which is now owned by GM and now more easement. But you have to be able to access their website. They charge you each time either for a day's use or on a yearly subscription. And there's a lot of shops that aren't willing to pay that yearly subscription because it requires you to have to be able to, you're forced to do so many key programs or reprograms of control models to make it worth your while, or else it's costing the shop money to have that feature. So try to support your local shop so you can keep them in business. And if you have a good guy in your area, use them. Because the last thing you're going to do is people stop using your local shop that is willing to spend the money to keep all that subscription stuff up. If he's gone, you're done. Especially if you own a sports sedan.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many.
Before you get into cosmetics or some of the other stuff, our goal, not necessarily any specific car, but make sure you get the engine running, get the brakes running and stopping, your fuel system. If they've been off the road a while, get acetone, flush that fuel system out, pump it multiple times. We learned the hard way that it's pretty easy on a V4 to bend the push rods with some acetones. To flush out the varnish from the old gas. If the old gas gets in there, the valves stick on them and it can be very frustrating and annoying on it. But if you get the car to where you got the engine running, you're comfortable with that, you get the brakes working, then you can drive it up and down a little bit, then you decide what cosmetics if you need. I mean, hopefully you've decided beforehand if the rust isn't so bad that you can't repair it or fix it, but a lot of the old cars, if they come out of the Northeast, there's a lot of rust damage to be worried about, but make sure you got a viable thing, and then you can start on the cosmetics, whether you want to get the exterior painted, whether you have to do rust repair, whether going to redo the interior, get new upholstery, or rework that part of it. I mean, we tackled a bunch of different cars that we've gone all, taken all the glass out, all the plastic, and repainted them, but typically we tackle cars that other people have given up or they're going to crush them or get rid of them. But hopefully you guys or other people start with one that's a little less of a problem, unless it's an emotional attachment one, then you really got to go through pretty serious. But find somebody that can help you out or knows what parts or where to find some of the parts. Things are easier from that standpoint if you can get somebody that's familiar with the internet. There's a lot of resources that weren't there not that long ago. You can ask on Facebook and get an answer. Depending on what it's worth, I mean, you may get 10 different opinions, but it might point you in the right direction.
And something I haven't heard.
So my name is Patrick Rivas, and I have a 2011 9.5 Aero.
I was informed that your experience with the 9.5s.
I have some experience, but I've learned from others also too, so yes.
So if anybody, we have numerous people here that have 9.5s. Him and these other gentlemen are the ones to ask.
Owner, but if you don't change your oil on a regular basis, the change in those 2.8s are an issue. When I had the engine, another engine put in, I had the chains done, I had the water pump done at the same time. The other thing is to stay up on your fluids for your differential. If you have the XWD, you want to make sure you stay up on top of that. I did have to get that replaced also too. I'm not sure how many are left at the time, and it's not cheap to have it put in. I mean, if you have the skills and you're willing to put the time in to do it, you can probably get the part yourself, put it in, but I end up paying for the labor, which you could probably save about a third of the cost by doing it yourself if you're willing to do that. Another good thing about these cars, these run on the same platform as the later model Chevrolet Impala, the Cadillac XTS, and the Buick Regal and the bigger one, the Cross. share a lot of the same parts, so it makes it a little easier there in terms of the a lot of the drivetrain parts, brakes, and everything else. Another big thing which I've learned, again, hard way again, if your windshield starts to leak, handle it right away. Mine had a small leak. I let it go for a while, and eventually it started getting further and further in. And I know somebody else has the same problem, so I'm saying that there's not too many of these windshields left, and they don't go, they're very expensive. I think they're listed for like $2,500 for a windshield. Yeah, and it depends also if you have the premium package or not. With the lane departure and the rain sensor, those are even fewer. When I had to get mine replaced, there was only 9 left. So as I know, there's only 8 left in the country. Most shops will say they don't have it, it's not available. You have to push a little further because Eden has it. They have it in their warehouse. Safe Light, a lot of these other windshield shops are going to tell you that it can't be found. Just tell them that Saab warehouse has them. You have to push a little further. I had to push a little further to have it happen for me. And actually, I had it done through the insurance. If you can do that, then you're covered. The insurance is going to balk a little bit, but I had to connect the dots between the insurance, Eden, and the glass place that did it, actually, because they want to go through their own supplier. So if you point to Eden, push a little bit, they'll actually go and create a commercial account with them. You can get the part.
Patrick, were you able to get your leaking windshield replaced by your insurance company?
Yes, it took a while. It over a month.
Talk to me later, because I'm not sure how you're talking about.
Yes, it was a fight because they sent me to the body shop first. The body shop said, I don't know what to do with this because it's not a cracked windshield. It's not broken. It's a leak. So then again, I had to push and I went to the window shop and they said, we can't find them. And I said, look, Saab has them. Then I got another a Saab shop who has a heated commercial account to talk to them and they didn't connect the dots. Once that happened, then I had to get the insurance company to talk to them because they were going to make me pay for it up front. These windshields are not refundable. So shops, what they want to do is they want to have windshields on hand in case it breaks and they're putting it in. So because these are so rare, you can't do that. So I was going to try to get them to take it out, reseal it, put it back in. From what I've learned, these windshields are put on pretty tight and they're sterilized at the factory to go in and be put on properly. When I did some research, the previous owner apparently had the windshield replaced, and in the process, whoever shop did it really did a bad job and didn't sterilize the windshield. So over time, that seal started to disintegrate. And they also, with my car at least, when they took it out, they actually broke on the 9.5. They have the panels on the side of the windshield. Those were supposed to snap in. They ripped them out and broke the clips, and then they epoxied them in. Same thing for the, you have your, what's it called, the rain sensor cover, the rear mirror cover. Those are even more rare than the taillights. You find the hard way also on that. You can't even find a part online. So if you find a parts car, someone has a bad day, grab it. So they yanked mine out and broke the clips. I have the parts still, I can show you if I need it. But I gotta snap them together and put them inside there, and I don't have the clips to do that. So mine's exposed right now. But either way, those windshields again are premium. So I can help anybody who needs help with that. And I can also give you the name of the shop that I went through. Now they have a commercial account with Eden. So that's a big one. The other great part about these cars is that, again, if I keep going too fast, stop me if you have any questions. Because they are have a lot of GM parts in the frame, you can upgrade them with GM stuff. For instance, these cars didn't come with the blind side detection. You can actually add that. It came on the later model Cadillacs and Buick Crosses. It's just a part that actually bolts onto the back, and this part is there for that. You can buy the part, clip it in, and it'll work on the car. Some people have done it already. There's also an upgrade. I've met him before, the guy from Idaho named Brennan. You ever met him? Any of the SOCs? He's actually done a lot of upgrades. He's actually taken the 2010 he had, upgraded a lot of the features that aren't on the 2010s to a 2009. For instance, I think the sensor that allows you to unlock the doors and the remote start, it's not available on the 2010s. But you can actually upgrade those and add those features in. Another thing he did was to upgrade the head unit. A lot of people have gotten head units from different companies. I've heard that the factory radio buttons don't work with those. He's found a way to do that. He worked with H. Blom. If you ever heard of H. Blom online, I can give you the information if you need to. And he's done a new head unit that allows you to have Waze, Android Auto, go with the iPhone thing is CarPlay to work on your head unit. He's also got to do your messages, everything that connects to your head unit on that. So those